Alright guys, got a new phone. Hopefully it works a lot better. It's my first time using the camera on it. But here's a racing mower. I ended up basically rebuilding the entire thing. First, for the starters in the back, I have no clue if I showed any of y'all. But there's pictures up on Facebook and whatnot. Right now it's sitting up like it should be. This motor would be up front. I ended up putting the transaxle back in the stock position, which I had it upside down before. I never did cut off the old mounting brackets, but yeah, right now it's set straight up. Just some C-channel holding it up there with 1/2-inch bolts holding it in. A few pieces of metal that I just found, grabbed, and decided to throw on there. Got the go-kart tires on it, go-kart hubs. I do not have any keyways, but it is a bit hard to turn, but it does spin. Front tires are flat. As you can see, it's flat. They also have the go-kart rims up front. Go-kart hubs, I mean. It's got go-kart spindles and go-kart hangers, and it's got grade 8 bolts in the front. 5/8 rod running down with 2 heim joints. Left-handed thread heim joints. Down to a 1/4-inch piece of flat stock that I had. Got the front tie rod basically welded up. Yeah, I had to do a bit of extensioning onto, right here's the end of the stock spindle. Then I ended up welding a couple more pieces of flat stock, which I have to run a reinforcement bar from here over top that heim joint over to here, reinforce that. But it works okay right now. I just have to do a little bit of tweaking and whatnot to it. Basically, I've been waiting on the heim joints, the 4 more that I ordered for the 2 rods that run off the steering. Couple pieces of rod, tubular rod, more bolts for the heim joints, along with more piping, more rod, tubing to go over top the rod. If I use that, I probably won't. Or just save that for something else. Just more 1/4-inch flat stock ran across with some 1/2-inch bolts in it. Run down to protect the bottom of the tranny. Right down there. Then also added in a vintage tube right there that runs up here. It's just zip tied up there. The clutch does work. It's almost completely stock for the clutch. The only thing I really did to it was had to move over one of the springs on it because it would hit the belt. I'm gonna run 1 belt straight to the front. I'm gonna use this pulley right now. I do have a 3.5, I believe, inch pulley for the back, and I think I'm running like a 9 in the front. But yeah, some little thin square tubing. Couldn't weld it because it kept melting through. Bubble weld, and just more bubble welding down there. And yeah, I did a ghetto style front lift kit. I gotta put some reinforcements in it. But for right now, it's in there. It's not going anywhere. Nice fat weld up there. More there too. It was also melting through, so it was hard to weld. And right here, some bubbly welds. Yeah, not the greatest welds ever, but I didn't really grind anything down. Well, I didn't grind anything down. Or bubble welds. Bubble welds over here. More bubble welds. I did get a good bead right there. You see that? Pretty good bead there. But me and my dad decided he had an old trailer over at his buddy's house, and we went and grabbed it, started welding on it, and we put a grading flooring in it. If you don't know what grading is, that shit's grading. Some heavy shit. But yeah, I picked this up, $45. A very good deal, actually. The only thing that was wrong with it, the carburetor was pretty much pooched. Fuel tank was full of crud. Air filter on it's just garbage. Had no chains. The chains were completely shot. So I had some chains laying around that were brand new, and that's that tension, and that's that tension. I'm probably gonna need to tighten that up. I just started breaking it in this morning. Down here in Florida, it's just now starting to cool off. But yeah, I gotta change the oil in it. I gotta get a throttle cable because it's froze up. Probably gonna get a new throttle too because it's like cracked in half because of the sun was hitting it. Kill switch works. Some reason the light doesn't work. I don't know, I haven't filled a it with anything, that's probably why. Yeah, it's probably why it wouldn't work, but yeah, basically I had a generator, or pressure washer, with a GX200 on it, and I guess this is like a off model of the GX200, like a clone. So I just grabbed its card, changed out the innards with the carburetor that came off of this, and yeah, basically I got it all good. Has a few issues with it. Actually went ahead and bought a $20 air filter, or new carburetor, so that there's no issues with the carburetor when I go ahead and go to sell it. But for me to run it, there's a spring down in there. I have no clue if you can see that. But yeah, I got this new phone last night. Very nice phone, actually. LG G3. 5.5 inch screen. Pretty badass phone. But the brakes do work. If I was to tighten them up, it would lock the back tire up, but I do not want to do any of that. There is very little. It sags down there, but there's very little pulling. Like that is before it gets tight. Then when it gets tight, it's only that far away. It's only about 3 foot away from the motor, but it will fire up on one pull. And it won't idle because I don't have any of the throttle set up. But yeah, basically this, me and my brother went and bought 2 more trucks. We went and bought a S10 with a long bed on it. Bought a 3500 1-ton rear axle, single wheel Chevy. And I got it dirt cheap. Got both of them dirt cheap. Went and bought a boat, 19-something foot boat. It's actually 22, but they cut it down so it wasn't so expensive for the stuff on it, for the like ride over. But yeah, it's a nice boat. We had to put head gaskets. Actually, you can probably see that head gasket right over there, right next to that tank. Got a whole bunch of scuba gear. I'm gonna get some new mounts for my Ego, so I can start doing some more videos, hopefully. And should be posting out some more videos, seeing as how I got a new phone, and I ain't got to do all the downloading that I normally have to do with my camera. But, yeah, basically the only thing for that skid plate is a, I think, a warning sign. Just back in the old days, my dad had a few things he'd do. But, yeah, he got a old sign that I found, so I went ahead and threw it under there. Basically, I only took the propane torch, heated it up, and took my boots and stepped on it with my boots and bent it at a 90-degree angle, and it's under there. But I am going to try and get this done, then play around on it a little bit, which this is almost done. I'll have this done before I'll have that race mower done. But yeah, I have that old other green Craftsman with a 21 horse. I'm going to clean the carburetor out on it and give it a carburetor overhaul and get it running good, and make me a nice little motor for it, since I already have the 22 11x8 knobbies for it. And I'm going to start doing some more mudding. But I got my mud truck running, got some four-wheelers running, got a lot done past couple months. Built a trailer, got a little bit of money off it. Fixing to go and sell it, get a little bit more money out of it. And yeah, basically things have been going good around here, except for my mom decided that left rear tire went flat, and not that one, but her tire went flat on it, blew it out, went around a corner when it was raining, and spun it out, ripped the front splitter off the front of it, bent the rim on this side, and is very lucky she did not run into fence or telephone pole or anything like that. But yeah, we're gonna get rims all the way around for it, rims and tires, which we're also gonna get. We have to pull out the motor and do the front main seal on it, and that's done. I have my truck. They can start driving a couple months. Actually, about a month, 2 months, yeah. And I gotta do ahead and do a whole bunch of other stuff to it, so I'll probably start doing videos on it since I already have it primed. I had a whole bunch of rust spots on it. It's a K5 Blazer, the 6.5 or 7 or so inch lift kit, 36-inch IROX, 350 small block, 400 trans with an N06 or NPO6 or some shit like that transfer case. Half-ton running gear front and back. It's got military traction up front, so the front of the truck from outside of the tire to the outside tire is 7 foot wide, so it's a wide ass truck. And yeah, I gotta do some more stuff to it, put a little bit of speakers in it, and yeah, I'll be done with it. So I'm gonna go make a video on that, and hopefully this video is not too long. But yeah, adios guys.